CurlieCrys, and we are back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be getting into a Fenty Miss RIRI new skin tint review. I know so many of you guys are so excited and loving this skin tint. So when I shot my Sephora sale, I went ahead and threw that in the bag because I really wanted to review that for you guys. The skin tint is really something that's right up my alley because y'all know I don't really do a lot of the makeup. However, I do like a nice, clean finish, not too heavy, everyday type of makeup look. Now before we get into that tutorial, if you are new to your girl's channel, make sure you do one thing, okay? And that is to smash that button down below. Smash that button down below. Hey, like you mean it, and go ahead and join the CurlieCrys fam because we would love to have you here. So let's go ahead and hop right into this video. So the Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint is Fenty's one of their latest releases, and it's basically a tinted moisturizer to get the curls. Y'all can tell I'm a natural hair influencer. To get the skin popping and glowing. So this is the size that it is. It is 32 milliliters, 1.08 fluid ounces, and the retail price on this bad boy is $30, okay? So it's actually $29.50, excuse me, $29.50, and the shade that I got was shade 21. So on the website, shade 21 is described as deep with warm undertones, which is exactly what I feel like I have. Now my shade in the foundation is a shade 420, so I do believe shade 20 probably would have been the best match for me, but I do think that I can work with shade 21 and make it work. So the details for this skin tint is a lightweight, buildable, light to medium coverage skin tint that leaves skin looking blurred and smooth, and flexible shades for all. Light coverage, natural finish, liquid formulation. And it's cruelty-free, gluten-free, vegan-free, and free of parabens and phthalates. So this also claims to be humidity, sweat, and transfer resistant. Okay, so we're going to be putting all that together, and it does say to layer it with a primer and also to have a good skincare routine, which sis does have. So this should be a great review. This is the size of the package, which I mean, where the rest of it at? It is real tiny, I ain't gonna lie, so hopefully a little bit does go a long way. So let's go ahead and open her up. Hold on, how we open it? Okay, down here. And it does say that it's good for 12 months. Girl, I didn't just tore up that package. So let's pull her out. And this is what we have. So this is what she looks like. She is real small, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is pretty tiny, but I mean, it is a moisturizer, so how big should it be, right? So the packaging off rip, packaging is cute, okay? I love how it's packaged. I love the prism effect. I love that with all of her products. And now let's get to the good parts, the test. So when we put it on the back of our hand, so we get a little test real quick. This is what it looks like. So this is the color. And honestly, y'all, she may match. She may actually match. Okay, so this actually looks like it may be the color for my face. Like when I put it up towards my face, I do feel like this may be a really good match. I was actually kind of scared and hesitant thinking that it may not be a match for me, but now that I'm looking and comparing it, this may actually be your girl's skin tone. I may have done a good job picking. So let's do a comparison from my neck to my face and see where this lies. So I'm gonna just put a little bit right here. Girl, what is it? Where is it? It literally just like blended in just about. Wow. Okay, so this may actually be really, really good. And I may have gotten the right shade on the first go around. Whew! You can't tell me I ain't a pro. All right, so now that we got that, now I'm just go ahead and take this off so that we could prime first and then get into the review. As a primer, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Prime in the shade 100. This is just a really good blur and smoothing primer that I like. And I have pretty oily skin, so this helps me out a whole lot. Hair is fully pushed back. Now let's get into this review. So the instructions say to shake it well, which I did not do before. Oops. And then to apply it with your fingers. So it doesn't even say a brush, it says fingers. So we're just going to use the fingers. All right, so I got a little bit, and I'm just going to apply it I'm gonna use the product that was on the back of my hand. Yes, I am. If I actually like this would be perfect for me because I am not a foundation everyday kind of person, but I do like to put on something that makes me look presentable, you know? Okay, I got my mirror here so I can see the match. And y'all, this actually don't look bad at all. This match actually looks pretty nice. Now, it most definitely is smooth. So they were right about the smooth finish. Girl, this actually feels super good on my skin. Like really, really smooth, really, really velvety. Ooh. Y'all, this feels nice. Wow. And when I say like it melted into my skin, y'all look at this. What? What in the world? Okay, so this finish is beautiful. It's so rich, so vibrant, so like, it just makes the skin pop. And it literally looks like my skin tone. Like my neck, my face match. Although my face is a little bit lighter than my neck, it matches to the T. Honestly, I would wear this just going like, if I were going to the grocery store, going out, like, and didn't want anything heavy, if I was going to a festival or something, like, well, hopefully being able to go to festivals. I will actually wear this and feel really, really good wearing it. Like, it looks that good. So I'm going to compare right now to where I started, and hopefully we'll be able to see the difference. Are you guys seeing the smoothing, the blurring, the velvety finish? It is most definitely light coverage. It does not claim to be high coverage, and it is not a high coverage. So the claims so far are on point. And honestly, I don't feel like I need to put on any more. Now, we can see if it's buildable. And the way that I'm going to do that is by putting a little bit more on my forehead and just seeing if it covers more of like my dark spots, which I don't really have plenty of them, but let's just see. Because the only thing with buildable is that if it's not buildable, then now you're just making your skin more oily because you're caking up more product, which I do feel like, I don't really feel like it made that big of a difference when I added more product. Like, I don't feel like it made that big of a difference to the finish. But honestly, like, it's a skin tint. It's not a foundation. So it's not supposed to cover up everything, right? Wow. Wow. Wow, this is lit. Like, I feel like this is actually worth $30. Like, this is actually worth it. So the next thing I'm gonna do is go in with my concealer, and I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer in the shade Chestnut. So this is what we're gonna be using right here. And I'm just going to put a little bit on. Although if I'm using the skin tint, I honestly don't feel like I have to put on the concealer and all that kind of stuff. But I do most definitely want to put on at least a powder, because whenever I go outside, I know for sure my skin's going to get oily. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a face and then do a wear test as well. So let's put on a little bit of concealer around here. And this concealer is really, really nice. It does not do too much. And it also blurs as well and conceals, honey. Okay? Can't forget the forehead. Can't forget her.
Don't be shy, put some more.
And then the nose. Yeah, we're doing a little contour today. Okay, we're doing a little contour. That's what I'm talking about. And then right here. Oh yeah, can't forget this. Cause y'all, my Cupid bow be acting disrespectful. She be acting like she ain't got no kind of respect, no manners, don't care who's there. She does not care who's there. She's gonna show up as her, okay? So I'm gonna let her dry down just a tad bit. And in the meantime, I'm gonna do the brows. So honey, right now the brows are micro shaded. Did someone say micro shaded? I think so.
Who said that? Who had been saying that?
But I still have to go get my touch up. So this is not the final look of them, but this is the beginning of the process. Now, to darken the outer corners a little bit, I'm going to use my Sephora liner. This is just an eye pencil to go. This is actually like an eyeliner, but I use for my eyebrows. One thing y'all gonna learn about me is that I don't spend all this money for simple products, okay? I'm not about to spend $30 for an eyebrow product when I can spend $5 and get the same result, or something that's to my liking. So this right here does the job for me, and it's just a regular eye pencil. So if you are someone who's on the budget, then you need to go ahead and subscribe, because that's all I use on the budget stuff for the most part. So I do have my touch up to go to, which is going to make my brows a tad bit more darker like I want. And when that happens, y'all ain't able to tell me nothing. Look the other way. Don't even look my way. All right, that's all I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna go in and line them. And yes, this is still drying down. Don't you worry, okay? Don't you worry. It's gonna be just fine. So for my lining, I'm gonna use the MAC concealer, Studio Finish Concealer with SPF 35. And it's NW45 color. So this is the BH Cosmetics number 11 brush. It's an angle brush. And I'm gonna dip this into the concealer and then line my brows. So I went ahead and just sculpted my brows a little bit, and now I'm gonna go in and blend with my beauty blender. And one thing I can already note about this foundation, or skin tint I should say, is that honestly guys, it is a tad bit oily. Like, I don't know how my oily skin is going to work with this skin tint. Hopefully I won't be able to tell that it's super oily, but that's one thing that I don't like, is like an oily finish. I really do like matte or like more moisturizing finishes, but not oily, and I'm kind of getting an oily vibe, but we're gonna see once I set everything. I'm just gonna stay hopeful and hope that I do not get an oily result. So this concealer really did blend really nice into the skin tint, so that does mean that it does work with other products. So that's a good thing. Now I'm gonna go in with my setting powder, and this is the last thing that I'm really gonna do. Well, I may do some blush, but I don't wanna do a lot because it is a skin tint. So naturally, I probably would really just do like concealer and this, and that's it. So I'm not gonna try to do a whole lot, because that's not the point of a skin tint, you know? You guys can already see the drastic difference. I just feel like whenever I put on the Sasha, honey, the face just, yes. You feel me, okay? So looking at it right now, I really do like the finish of this. Like, however, I do feel like it is a little bit ghosty. So let me add some warmth to my face. And I'm going to add the Fenty Beauty Mocha Mami. And this is the bronzer. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of bronzer because I do feel like I'm looking a little ghost-like in certain areas. So let me add some warmth to my face. And the Mocha Mami is a really nice bronzer to get me nice into my natural color, you know what I'm saying? A little warmth here and there. And this is my way, honestly, of like concealing, or just bronzing, I guess you can say. I don't really conceal a lot with my like forehead and my face unless I'm using like a powder concealer, but I do want to start to use like a not conceal, contour. I do want to use something like this to get a darker color to contour. So that's like one of my leveling up in the makeup world, you know, endeavors. So right now, this is how we're looking, and I'm feeling really good about how everything is coming together. Like, this looks nice. This is the NYX Matte Finish Fenty Matte. Okay, feel me? Wow. I look like I just ran a marathon. Now for the lip itself, honey, I'm going to use my crayon case shade Coffee, which clearly I need a new one. On top, that means I'm going to be using the Mented Cosmetics Berry Me. I really do like this color. It's a nice plum. So I did that all on the top and then lined it at the bottom with that color. And then the inside, we're going to go in with B. Simone Tone. It looks like this. It's a nice pink. Like, I really love this color on me. So that's what we're looking like. And this is the final look of the face. Now let me go ahead and do my hair and everything, and we're gonna come back and look at the final look. Honey, guys, this looks so good. I really am liking this finish. I love the color, the cheeks, the finish of the skin tint, it really does look nice. I love how the finish is like, it gives me a glow. I just hope that the glow does not turn into oily. But honestly, I do feel like this looks really, really good for a skin tint. And everyday skin tint, I almost definitely just use this one and go. I won't even do all of this. But this is like a going out versus like an everyday type of look with the skin tint. But it does feel very lightweight. It does not feel cakey by any means. Now let's get into the wear test. I'm going to come back after it's been about 5, 6, maybe even 8-ish hours. We'll most definitely see when I come back. Right now it is 12:01 p.m. So I'm going to come back and then I'll share my real thoughts on this foundation. I keep saying foundation, on this skin tint. So y'all, it is about 8 hours later. Actually, probably 8 on the dot. Is 8:17 to be exact. So 8 hours later, this is what my face looks like. I have been outside. I've been to stores. I've been to a restaurant. I've done enough of things to do a really good wear test. And right now, my face is very oily. As you guys can see, I have extremely oily skin. And I set my face as well. And I did also blot my face maybe like 2 times throughout the day. So it is still pretty oily. Right now, I would typically just blot it again and keep on going. How do I feel about it? Right now, I feel that like it did still give me like a good amount of wear time. But of course, you guys can see like my smile lines are in full effect. I'm very oily around here, on my nose, up here. Like up here is where I'm most oily, but it's also where I put 2 layers of product. So that could have something to do with it. But this is what my face is looking like. And I do feel like it's not bad because it is a skin tint. It's not a foundation, right? Okay, y'all, I have to pause it because honestly, looking back at this footage, my skin is just way too oily and it was just transferring a lot as well. And I just don't know if I need a different primer or a different setting powder or a different finishing spray, but something most definitely has to give, okay? She's trying to be nice in this video, but something most definitely has to give. One thing, just another side note, one thing I'm not really a fan of is whenever I touch my face and like product is on my hand and I can see the oil, which is exactly what happens with this. Like I touch my face and like I immediately get a lot of product transfer. That's one thing that I am not a fan of. I hate whenever I just touch my face and I have product everywhere. And I do get that with this. But hey, I don't hate it, but I also don't love it, you know? And then also it was pretty hot today, so that could also affect it. But those are my overall thoughts on the Fenty skin tint. Let me know what you guys think about this skin tint down below if you've tried it. If you have not tried it, do you want to try it or are you going to pass on it? Let us know in the comments. I really want to hear from you guys. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe. And also let me know what you guys want to see from me. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys appreciated it and enjoyed today's video. And I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Peace.